Hi, this is Joplin here with the Grow Program. Thank you for growing with me, kings and queens. Yes, it has dawned on me that this is Black History Month. February is Black History Month, so this is the month that we're supposed to reflect upon all of the history that Africans have contributed to this country. And we're supposed to reflect for 28 days. We get the shortest month of the year to reflect upon all the contributions that Africans have given to this country. Isn't that something? The shortest month of the year for Black history. Black history is every day. It's not a month. You can't just say, okay, this month is February equates to Black history. February means to me that's my dad and brother's birthday, February 15th. They were born. My brother was born on my dad's birthday, and he earned his name. So that's what that February means to me. No longer will I reflect February as Black History Month because Black history is every single day. You know what? I have a calendar, and on that calendar, it's a Black History calendar, and it's every single month. Every single day, contributions on this calendar that Africans have done, they done something every day. So what I'm going to start doing, I think I'm going to do, I'm going to do this, is what Tom Joyner was doing. We're going to have Black History Month. We're going to talk about what somebody did every day, Black history. This is Black history every day. These are ancestors, if it weren't for them, they're whose shoulders we stand on today. Those who went through and rode on this underground oppressive railroad we own right now, they've been on it too, and they understand. Now we got to carry on the torch. We got to keep on, and we got to rise. See, now we in the Grow Program. It was the Civil Rights Movement, all this other stuff. Now they went to the Grow Program. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. And we're going to rise above the oppression, and we're going to come out with substance. We're going to do better. We are. As a people, as how we treat one another, because look, the oppression that came down to how we treat one another. It really has. And even in relationships, even as you going about trying to find somebody to be with, you need to reflect upon yourself and take an honest look at what have I done wrong? How have I contributed to making the relationship wrong? Because my husband told me that he don't do no wrong. There's nothing that he does wrong. If he want to go and chase women and do what he want to do, he can do what he want to do. But see, he didn't say none of that before we got married. That came up after, I do what I want to do. See, that's how people do. When they go in with hidden agendas, and stuff get all messed up. But see, you didn't involve somebody else in this, in your manipulative ways and what you trying to do. And the honest thing that you really need to do is find happiness within yourself. Look at what you have done in the past and how is your heart right? Because if your heart ain't right, you might as well just stay by yourself, because everything that you get involved in ain't gonna get right. And I feel sorry for any future relationship that he gets himself in, because he's still, is still searching and looking, even though he say he got what he want, whatever, he's still looking and searching, and people's heart ain't right. When you going to try to find and talk to somebody, and, when you at that place where you ready to involve somebody in your life, it's more important, I feel, to find out what's important to that person. What are their goals? What are their ambitions? What are their dreams? Because flattery gets you nowhere. You sit up and tell somebody how beautiful they are, how they this and they that, and I worship the ground you walk on. I'm this, I'm that, I'm going to be the one, I'm just it. But you ain't even tried to take the time out to even try to find out what's important to me. You all caught up in the looks. So that lets me know that you're a very superficial person. When people act like that means that you are very caught up in appearances, very caught up in the image, of what you see, because people change. Physical appearances change. You have to be caught up in what's important in that person in their life. And if you don't share the same ambitions and goals and dreams, then you wasting your time. Because, see, you can be caught all up in appearances, and that means nothing. That's the same thing as being caught all up with the money and don't have God. You think you got it all. You think you got everything, and you don't need the Lord, But, honey, yes, you do. You do need God. It don't matter. Your heart got to be right. You got to do people right. And the heart is the design for our actions. I want you to remember that. The heart is the design for our actions. As I look around on the outside, my mind reflects back to my ancestors. My mind reflects back to those who were in the struggle and who fought the good fight and who didn't give up, and we lost some in the struggle. I mean, lost them in the struggle. Just a lot of pure souls, just lost, lives just gone. However, just like with our ancestors, those who were lost in the struggle, we got to carry on the legacy for them. I'm going to tell you something. This beautiful queen, Miss Sabrina Fulton, every time I see her, she has such a beautiful smile on her face. Her baby was lost in the struggle, and no justice was ever given to that family. Matter of fact, he took the knife and twisted it, But the fact that she is guided by the light and carrying on the torch in the memory of her beloved son, who is now embraced with the ancestors. He's all right. But his mother has to keep on carrying on the torch and to be strong, because she is a strong woman. But you know what? We all have our quiet moments. And I just want her to be confident in knowing that her son, his spirit is with her and carrying her and helping her carry through. And the spirits are not off resting and sleep. They not. And I am so grateful to God and the beloved ancestors. I'm grateful for this journey. I'm grateful to know who I am. I'm grateful to know where I've been, talking to people. Some people don't want to go back to that because, they want to just be okay where we at now, and let's just try to see if we can get it better, because we can't, because we got to remember where we came from to know where we going, to know where we headed. Because if we don't remember where we came from, we'll be stuck doing with the status quo. We'll just be stuck happy where we at. No, we want better than where we at. We want to rise with substance. We want to come out of oppression. We don't want to just be okay. We don't want to just be okay. Well, now, this is just all right. Let's just go with this. Let's just ride the way it is. They don't rock the boat. Leave it alone. Let's just go the way. No, I can't. Because if we go like that, we're going to be like a ship in uncharted waters, and just bobbing and weaving and just ain't going to ever get anywhere, people. And we got to see the light. That's why we got to begin to tell people to grow. We got to tell people it's time to grow. We're going to rise above this oppression, and we're going to stop doing one another, because the souls, the ancestors are weeping at how we are doing, and we will be judged by our heart. We will be judged by our heart. So it's time to do better. It's time to rise with substance. And I want to share something with you. When we were in the house, I used to, the demons were there, But as far as my grandbaby, he's 7. And as far as he was concerned, I used to think that they used to do little stuff with him. He set the water glass on the table and told me that the water glass slid back and forth. He'd get touched and different things. But he told me this yesterday, because we were listening to an episode, and I asked him, was he ever scared? And he told me yes. That one time he walked out of his room to go use the restroom and saw at the bottom of the stairs where my room was at, a demon with and when I pointed out a picture of the Grim Reaper. He showed me that's what it was, standing at the bottom of the stairs, staring in my room. Because sometimes we fall asleep with the door open. And he said the demon was standing in the doorway looking. And he said that day he was frightened. So I called my kids and asked them had they heard him tell me this. And they said, yes, he told them, but never, they said they told me, but I kind of brushed it off. I don't know. I guess I was busy or whatever, but that is very frightening to realize that. And I'm telling you, I was in there with demons. And these demons would manifest themselves in front of me, right there. You see them and you can hear them, disembodied voices. People turn TVs up and down and noises, water running, all kind of different stuff in there with racist demons. So, but what I'm saying is, people, we have got to change. We have got to change how we doing ourselves and one another and tell people to grow so that, we can get on a holistic walk with God. We can all rise with substance. And when it comes our time to be judged in the spirit world, because like the word said, the saints judge the saints. That's the ancestors. They will judge. We will be judged by our heart. It's time to do different. It's time to come out with substance. It's time to rise. As we going into great Black History Month. Remember, this Black history is every day. We live it every day. It's not just a month. They don't forget that we Black on in November or October or January. We are African first. African American, African first. Black is a color. So we are not black. White is a color. Those are colors. So they want to call it African History Month, then let them do that. But there's no such thing as black. We are not black, and we are not the definition of black. And no one is superior over us. Walk in royalty, kings and queens. God bless you. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom all over the world. God bless you.